Hey guys, how's it going? Kevin here. Yesterday we are gonna do a live video editing Gil's images that you sent over, but we couldn't go ahead and do that. It was kind of loud. We were at the Starbucks, and it was kind of hard to hear what we were saying. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make the video, post it, and if you guys like videos like these, then just go ahead and comment. Let us know what you think. Send us over some images of yours that you'd like to edit. If you have any pack in particular that you bought that you want us to use, go ahead and let us know that as well when you send over the images. Right now I'm going to edit the picture that I posted earlier, asking if anybody wanted to see how I edit it. We're going to be putting out more videos like this. I want to put out more videos like this to help encourage other photographers, to help you guys use the presets that we put out, because it can be a little intimidating. There's so many different presets, there's so many styles of photography. So let's get right into it. This is the picture that we got right there. So let's get to it. So here we are. We have our image. This is the before and this is the after. So it wasn't really much that I had to do to this image, but as you can tell, it's really cool here. It's fairly dark in the shadows. We brightened it up a little bit, warmed it up, changed the hue of some of the greens so it doesn't, because Texas we get that sunlight hits the green, so you get fluorescent, and it's a headache. If you're a Texas photographer, you know what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm using Lightroom, Lightroom Classic. It's under Stephanie's name, so yeah. It's fairly easy if you're using ACR. It's it's the same way. There are some things that I'm going to touch upon that I like to look at. So let's get right into it. We've got the before image and then the after image. So let's see how we got to this after image. So I'm going to reset the whole thing. We're going to start from scratch. So how do we start, right? Well, when we shot this, we saw it differently. The camera just captured this. So let's see what we maybe saw. I always like to start off with a auto white balance, see what it gives us, which is nice. It warms it up for us immediately. It knows that the shadows are cool, and everything else is fairly cool. So warmed it up for us. Good job, Lightroom. And then I like to hit the auto tone too. Even though that all of this is going to change, it's going to change to what the preset wants or has. I still like to do it just to get an idea of what I'm working with, to get a better idea of what the picture looks like and how the computer sees it. So let's see what it looks like. Looks good. Brightened it up for us a little bit, gave us the shadows back, kind of dimmed the highlights a little bit here, as you can see. So not a bad job. It's looking better already. So let's see what it looks like compared to before. Boom to boom. Nice. So I always like to start off with those two. Easy way to kind of get an idea of what you want to do, and it gives you an idea of what your picture has, what you can do with it, and how you can edit it. So let's go through them. Now I have double copies, and it's because I made the presets and my computer saved the original and then saved the copy that I made to distribute. So they're the same. They won't change. It's just I have double. I don't know why Lightroom does that. So yeah. So I mean, as you can see, Voyager 1 is looking nice on it. Like, it looks great. I didn't use Voyager 1, but it looks good. I could use Voyager 1 and then just brighten up the shadows a little bit, brighten this up a little bit. And then since they're starting to get a little cool again in the shadows here, just warm it up a bit more. And now you have to understand, when you warm stuff up, it'll brighten it up also. Yellow is brighter than blue, and green is brighter than red and brighter than blue still. So you have to kind of understand these, these color schemes here, and what your white balance, how much of an effect it has on your overall image. Because sometimes it'll be, if you go cool, it'll go darker, a little bit. If you go, it becomes brighter. I would say even leave it that, warm. And then as you can see, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I see a little bit of the magentas or the reds, like, creeping up here in the shadows. Now when that happens, sometimes you immediately go into here and you're like, oh well, let me add some green to it, or what was it at? It's at 12. So if we add like a little green to it, we leave it at 2. Would be fine. Sometimes those magentas or those greens hide in the shadows, so best way to go about that is going down here, all the way down to your calibration. This is a big deal. I would play with this if I were you guys, just to get a better idea of what your colors do and how this all affects it. This tint here is for shadows specifically, so you can make your shadows more red, which is nice. You can make them more green if they're too magenta. I said red, I meant magenta, sorry. I kind of like it, this magenta. That magenta, and what I'm gonna do is, you can also counteract some greens. Some magentas by adding yellow, because it'll overpower them. I'm just gonna add a little green, and a little bit more yellow. And that kind of should take it away. If you're still seeing some magentas in, it may be here in the split toning. Your split toning is an incredible tool that I would get used to using. It allows you the ability to add even more colors that weren't existent into your picture and create a balance that way. So let's say your overall image is warm and it's like, oh, I love how warm it is, but man, these shadows are just looking way too yellow. Alright, so guess what? You've got a shadows and you've got a highlights here. Now, how would you counterbalance or contrast the yellow? You add blue to it. So if it's too yellow in the shadows, then add some blue. Add some real blue. Teal blue. And then you just lower the saturation to where you feel comfortable right there. So see, if you take it completely off, it'll give you like this red type of yellow, like an orange yellow. So you may want to move it over more to the greens, because green takes away yellow. Green takes away red. Blue takes away yellow. Yellow takes away blue. Red takes away green. So that's kind of how it works. So I'll add just a teensy bit of green because I like that warmth, and that's pretty much it. If you feel like your shadows are your highlights are too red, then add a little green. And you can go crazy at first, so you can kind of identify which color is the one you're looking for. So this one was originally kind of red and the highlights, so I wanted to add a little green, kind of create a balance. So that makes it a little bit nicer. And we went from this to that real fast. You saw that? It's just a little tweaking. You just have to identify what it is in your picture that you like, what you don't like. If you like these greens and you want to keep them, hey, by all means, this is what this is here for, the HSL. HSL is incredible as well. But you also have to be very careful of what you do with the HSL, because you could also mess up an image. But have fun with it. It's your picture, you know what I mean? So here, what I did is we turned the greens a little bit more yellow, and you do that just by changing the hue. If I wanted my greens to be more green, and most of the time your greens are actually your yellows, so I'll let you know that. That's a little tidbit right there. Not bad. And if you do want this grass to become a little greener, then you can make your yellows more green. See? Easy as that. But I don't want it to. I want it to be like around there. Something like that. Was it at originally? 49? Okay, so we'll leave it at 44. 44 is good. That's a beautiful image right there. That's using Voyager 1, and it just came out exceptional, this one. So now let's try another one. We've already done all these tweaks. Let's figure out another preset. So I think I used Voyager 5. Alright, well, since we used Voyager 5. Use Voyager 6 too. Voyager 6 looks awesome. Look at that. I mean, I didn't even do anything to it, and I can just... Actually, let me lower the brightness a little bit like this. Lower the brightness. Increase the shadow a teensy bit, and then increase the brightness with a little warmth. Boom. Done. A little gentle, not much. No. Around there, maybe less. Around there. Good. Good to go. Done. Alright, well that was Voyager, what, 6? Yeah, now let's go with Voyager 5. That's the one I used originally. So the way I made this work was just up to shadows. Up to shadows a bit. Up to these blacks a little bit as well. Bring the shadows back down. Because these shadows affect your highlights as well, so you want to be aware of that. These shadows are really, these blacks are just the dark blacks that are in there. Okay, so again, we've got a little magenta thing going on here. I'm going to see if the green takes it away. Green took it away a bit. Still got a little bit of a magenta feel, so I'm going to add a little green to the shadows here. See if that helps. Looks like it might have a little bit, yeah. Might also be the oranges, so their oranges might be in a little bit on the red side. Let's see, it's a little on the red side, not much, so let's just change it up a little bit. Let's bring it back. Okay. Reds were a little on the orange side, so let's make it a little bit more red. And then we're going to check the split toning because I'm still getting a feel of something here. Split toning might be this here. Lower that a little bit. Yeah, lower that a little bit, get that. Yeah. And I think that's pretty much it. Up the saturation of the greens a little just to make them pop. And that's, I think, pretty much it. Yep. That should be about right. So, I mean, and that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, that's all it really takes. Just make it a little bit warmer. Add those yellows in there. Pop. And we've got a beautiful image. So this was using Voyager 5. Alright, well, let me know if you guys have any questions about anything that I've done, anything in particular, if I went too fast, or you know, anything you may want to know. And I'll be more than happy to make more of these videos, make other types of videos. Just tons of stuff that we could do. So let me know in the comments. Let me know if you like them, if you don't like them, what you want to see, anything you have to say. And hopefully we see you guys again. Or hopefully we can do this again. Alright.